could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sanakis, and they prick us in return. Blood on the wire. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. The burned queen. She hurt us, hurt our people. She did this. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite, this we could not foresee. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. Freedom from the garden, a lamp to light our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Never thought I'd be going back to Galawain's tusks.
Relax. We won't embarrass you too much.
By now? Be careful, traveler. The tusks are friends to no one. Should you need help, I am happy to lend it. Are you by Nanduru? Are you the Adiran envoy? I think I know already, but what brings you out here to the tusks? Our garden, the one across the Sea of Acid? That's not what I was expecting. I would have bet good coin that you were here on a trade mission. Oh, it's no worry. We let an Adiran caravan through a few days ago. First caravan we ever let through from anywhere, actually. I've never known anything like it. They had so many wonderful things. Food, linens, medicine. They had a letter from your ambassador in Paradise, too. And when I saw you, well, you get the idea. Wishful thinking on my part. Gods, I'd love to see them roll by again. Yes, just a few nice words about wanting to reach out to us. Wanting to offer us nice meats and soft fabrics.
Right. First it's soft fabrics, then it's pointy sticks.
Anyway. I would. It might make the tusks bearable again, and we have a lot to give, you know. Rare ore, incredible metalworks. You wouldn't believe what we could do if we weren't fighting just to survive. Yes, our laws have always forbidden trade. Still do, technically. But the keep is split on that, and we needed the supplies, so we made an allowance. Well, actually, I'm worried about the caravan. It should have returned from Solace by now, but it hasn't. I don't play guessing games. They left along the main road. You can't miss it, really. Also, in the convoy there was a dwarven woman, Gilleen. I'd like very much to know she's okay. Yes, But what I'd like most is to just know she's safe. It's not love, it's, well, maybe the start of love. Thank you, Envoy. I'll look forward to the good news.
You've lived in the Tusks all your life. Might want to temper that excitement.
Those tracks? They're not headed towards the keep.
Nice work. Funny how we see more wrecked wagons than intact ones out here in the Tusks. There's a set of wagon tracks heading east from there.
I'd say those footprints probably had something to do with it.
You'll not leave my side until I am what I was. Traveler, what business have you here with me?
That has to be Galeen. Walk slowly, and maybe don't make eye contact.
Well, what is it?
Yes, I'm...
Galeen, you and I are talking, Traveler. You and I. Because they attacked me. Because now, you and I must talk. If you care for her life, we must talk. I am ill. I am dying. But I am not beyond hope. Not if I can get a cure for my molder lung in time. Because then I shall release Galeen.
Oh, please don't.
I'd ask you to think of Galeen before you do. You will. I am glad that... I am glad you will help. I apologize. My breath left me for a moment. What I need is this. Galeen said the caravan carried a book. One with a recipe that should cure my condition. Bring me the cure. When you do, I shall let Galeen go free. Yes, that's it. Follow its instructions. That should be enough to create a cure. Thank you, Traveler. You may speak to Galeen if she can be of any use. We will be here waiting.
Please, hurry. Just find whatever he needs and get me out of here. Sure. I don't really know this place, but I'll do anything I can. The Warden Tower. We sold them some. They should have plenty to spare. It grows on trees with red leaves, right? We passed a few of them on the road here. Try near the Warden Tower. Oh, not much. We avoided them. But there was some near the gate when we came in, I think.
Envoy, what do you need? What do you want to talk about? I promise you've never spent time anywhere like this. I have tips that might even be news to you. First rule in Galawain's tusks is to be grateful for every breath. The air itself is poisonous here, if you breathe enough of it. Don't overexert yourself, and keep your heartbeat slow. A wet cloth over your mouth and nose will help. Remember that this place wants to kill you at all times. Act like your every step is putting you in danger. And make sure to clear your eyes, ears, and nose every now and then. Ash builds up faster than you'd expect. You know, if you're this interested in survival in the living lands, we can take this even further. I'm impressed with what you already know. Still, never hurts to know more. So, what do you want to learn? Right. A lot of that is physical control of your movements. The rest of it is simply knowing where to step. I'll show you what I can, but you'll have to do stretches in the mornings, preferably where Yatsley can't see you. Now let's begin. Right. That about does it. You're a quick study. At least now I don't have to worry about you so much out there. I can spend my time watching over Kai and Yatsley. Teaching is its own reward, I guess.
Kai.
Not bad enough for going in.
Looks like the beetles have settled in nicely. Can we finish here? Quickly, before I lose my lunch. Well, time to find another way across.
Right behind you.
How is this our fault? We've lived here for centuries.
The mountain screams, the distant island wails, and you know nothing of it. And you say you are children of this land.
Okay, but we're just here for what?
Stay back, creatures of flesh and fur and bone. You follow one another into the snare.
Abidan's hammer. Did Gabral send you? You've got to get us out of here. It's the Vota. Gabral sent us to repair the old aqueducts, but there's a bigger problem. Something's fouled the source. Marius, is that you? Can you talk some sense into anyone here?
Sorry, Raluca. You knew the answer to that before you asked.
Do you understand so little? You awoke an ancient presence with your digging and delving. It waits in the ruins, among the bones of the dead. The land fights back against it, curdling the water. How short your memories are. This land did not roar and tremble before the abominations came. Ash and Scree was once soil, rich and fertile.
Terraced with greenery and life, we remember.
What are you talking about? That volcano has shadowed the tusks since the first Pagrun set foot here.
But the Pargrunin weren't the first to live here. You're speaking of the Godless, aren't you?
A history as indelible as the rings of a tree. At least some among you remember.
We feel a presence. It rises like bile in our throat. We fear it.
But burrowing worms clog the ears of these fools. I warn them, and they hear nothing. What is this madness? You bear the mark of this land in the ridges of your flesh and the rings of your soul. Surely you must know better. Very well. Your insight would be helpful. Still that foul presence and let the waters flow sweet and clear once more. Clear the old one's water roads to slake this parched land. Do this, and I shall release these vermin to scurry back to their nest.
Here we go. Take a moment, people. Watch yourself.
Oh, big mistake! This looks like it could fit in that artifact we found, actually. Let's try it out. I'm not used to quiet.
Stay away from the water, Envoy. Unless you want to die.
Something lurks here.
Ruined workshop. Might have what we're looking for. Do you hear that? That pounding?
A rat scrabbling in the dust, crawling back to the same ruined trash heap.
No, we know this voice, this presence, sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. I am Wodika, the Oathbinder, goddess of order, vengeance, and law. It springs from the land itself, from the jealous usurper latched to your soul.
No, make her go. Send her away.
How the fruits of its destruction make it squirm and writhe. It knows nothing but chaos. This land needs order, purpose. Free to rend itself to pieces, to lie in fallow ruins, while its neighbors grow bold and covetous. You are an Ederan, a nation where law and authority brought peace between the warring folk and elves. It is steadfast. Your people understand how to tame what is wild. How to build empire from rubble. Yes, and that should concern you. See the destruction at your feet.
No.
This was no happenstance. The groaning of the earth, or the lapping tide.
Stop it! Stop her! Silence her! She feeds you poisoned fruit!
Do you think this place was always so gray? With its barren slopes and acid sea? Your parasite is to blame. It has destroyed this place before. These hills were once lush, and the people.
She lies. Falsehoods like fangs. She was not there. She did not see.
Why else would the usurper so quickly deny its deeds? Is it a plea of innocence, or admission of its guilt? Past? It roils this instant, beneath your very feet. Whose poison flows through this water? Who spoils its own lifeblood?
Creatures did this. They crawled through our bones. They picked at our flesh.
The Magfolk fulfilled a need. What is the purpose of this?
So small, so fragile. We did not mean to. We could not understand.
Are you alright, love? You lost focus there.
Every time that happens, it feels like you might not come back.
How rude of her.
Well, did she speak of a way to stop it by any chance? That would be unusually helpful.
Well, no shit. You don't need a god to know that. Look at what happened to Fior.
Maybe you'll find your answers in the garden. Stranger things have happened.
Surprisingly, that cleared the water. Now we need to unblock the aqueduct.
You have restored the waters. I was right to trust you. Truly, the spirit of the land lives in you. A seed carried in the wind.
Carried where? We feel the tranquility of this place, but whose roots drink its waters?
I release these kith to return to their burrows. May they leave this enclave in peace. I ask only that they leave this sanctuary free of their influence, that new life may take root.
You can't be serious. You expect us to walk away from the best source of fresh water in the Tusks?
If the godlike clears the old growth from the waterways, then a portion will flow out. You may gather it where the waterway ends, away from here. No. They are an invasive species. Their presence is a disruption. They must gather what they can and leave this place in peace.
Avowed, godlike, in private? That talking tree expects us to just walk away from the best source of clean water in the Tusks. So that what? A few more moss patches can grow? In centuries? Maybe. I'm worried about the here and now. We can't risk losing access to fresh water again. I know you've done a lot for us already, but I'd like to ask one more thing. I need you to kill the tree lady. Look, we need to set up a guard post here. Eventually we want to build out the aqueduct system. There's no way she'll let us do that. Yes, she's made that abundantly clear. And I don't know how to convince her that we're not a threat. I don't like this, but it's our best chance for survival. We're not getting anything until that blockage is cleared out of the aqueduct. If you can at least do that much, we'll make do. We'll have to.
Water's probably deep enough to swim under the tower. Though if anyone asks, it wasn't my idea.
quiet, Nimdut.
Taking the shot! Fire! Put it down! This is it for me. Thanks. Glad that's over. There's roots blocking the water flow. We'll have to clear them.
The Pargrunin will be relieved. Fresh water is the one resource every kith needs.
before. Do you feel the old roots twisting in the loam? It lived once. The soil overflowed, heavy and full. But we took it all away. Now our memory is a wound reopened. You are Maru, a Jabaru Sinakis. You stand on the shoulders of all who spoke for us before. You are young in your role, newly minted from your trials in Thirdborn. You tempered your body and spirit in our image. Tell us, Maru, how did you perform? All of your life had led to this. We noticed your promise, and you rewarded us tenfold. We had chosen many new guardians, but we cherished you first. Now you stood for the garden. Your destiny awaited you. The leader sent you to the temple of Galawain's tusks. An oasis bloomed from the Adra, and our children built a city there. Tell us, Maru, how did you find life in your new home? Meaning, a sapling thriving in its native soil. Why? The Akida's wonders had existed only in dreams before. You saw the city, and at last, you felt like one of them. In the third year of your work, the tide turned. The season changed. The city had grown root-bound, too large to sustain itself. The creeks ran dry. The people stirred with unrest. They turned to you. How did you advise them? The sea yielded only salt. The forage could not replace the harvest. Until, one day, relief. The builders found a clear spring carved into the mountainside. They dreamed of an aqueduct, a river of their own design. Its veins would split the trees, a winding wound across our back. You could speak with us. Why did you not consult us first? Presumption born of ignorance. In the path of the aqueduct lived a mighty flower tree, one of the first in the jungle. A haven to commune with us. Its leaves spread wide, a challenge to the foreman's authority. He raised his axe. You leaped forward. The axe cleaved into your arm. It would survive, but your blood drenched the dirt. Why did you intervene? Compassion greater than our gift. Yet you were weakened. He cut. The ground thundered as it fell. The haze parts. We cry out. Our skin burns. This memory we recall. The earth erupts, a chorus of screams. Ash blots out the sun. Cull of winter, the wages of their foreman's pride. Yet there you stood, a sprout in the dust, a witness to our tragedy. You offered yourself to protect us. We could not punish you. Because we chose you. Tend to the whole. We should like that to be our way. Years passed. The Aikido returned. As they rebuilt their walls, they left us offerings, wary of their ancestors' mistake. We welcomed their bounty, but the scars never healed. We too had learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
We'll wait here until you've taken care of everything. Gabral would be downright insufferable if I went back to them empty-handed. Thank you. If there's one thing we need to survive out here, it's fresh water. You've given us a fighting chance.
These towers are supposed to be checkpoints for wardens on patrol and travelers out in the wild.
Hey. If you're buying, I'm selling. I'm not quite sure what you're holding there. But if anyone can help you, it's Forge Master Della. You can find them in the forge in Solace Keep. If they'll let you inside.
Don't worry about that. We have our ways.
Not my problem either way. Did you want to buy anything? Hey, I might have something for you, Envoy.
Right. You've had your fun. Let the poor Nimdude get back to work.
been more bandits even the twilight.
I heard that too. Captain Radut says he has it under control.
The captain's a Nimrud, but I'll never doubt his dedication to rooting out bandits.
I only doubt him when he's placing bets.
This place has seen better days.
Another hunt, another meal for all of us. I wonder if it'll taste any better this time.
It better be after that burrower.
Hey, I might have something for you, Antu.
Another Adiran. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Beats turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? Gods. Well, at least we're safe here. And better off, I think, for having you here. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. Wait, is that you, Marius?
Gods, here we go.
What happened to your accent? Did you lose it?
I did. So Nimdudes like you would ask dumb questions.
Well, good to see you alive, regardless. You know what? I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandro himself knows we need one out here. A godless tower? There's something like that east towards the coast, I suppose. You will be disappointed, I suspect. But if you want to go sightseeing, why not? Be careful, though. The Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zoribs, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia. I don't know what there is to do. The Beetles and Zoribs come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep, and so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Vastes are leaning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her warden spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the Vastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave. She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. I don't expect an Outlander to understand, even if you do look like Nandro. We have a duty to watch over the garden, and our oaths are mortal matters.
Traditionally, if a warden's oath is unfulfilled, their spirit lingers until another warden sees it completed. Or so they say.
So it is. And if one of our own breaks an oath, well, I'd be breaking another oath if I speak much more to Marius. But you get the idea. All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all. I'm sure you've diffused more complicated situations. I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for treading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the Tusks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Right behind you.
Got them all.
can't stay here any longer.
Ah, so you've come back. Have you brought what I require? Yes, I can work with all of this. Thank you, Traveler. 1,000 times thank you. And you, Dwarf, you may go. I free you of this place.
Thank you. I'm going back to the Warden Tower. Maybe I'll see you there. Thank you so much. I really mean that. Be well now. Both of you.
Thank you, Galeen. It is more, perhaps, than I deserve. I bid you leave me to my rest now, Traveler. Allow me to gather my strength again in peace.
Wasn't expecting to help an ogre today.
Hopefully he'll remember how helpful we were next time we see him.
Thank you again, Traveler.
As I live and breathe, the faithless envoy. Ludwig finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, She's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots. The tower calls, and it turns, and it calls, but for the roots we go, if not for the roots. The roots say your name, Envoy. They say you told them to do it. You've done what the roots want. Poison in our veins. Traitor, I know what you are. The roots try to choke the steel garrote, and we will strangle them in return. Cut them, bleed them.
Careful. That's Dream Scourge talk right there.
The roots come, and you'll be the death of the sun. Won't let you. Or stop you. Kill you! Die as the roots die. Die, traitor! Lay yourself down.
You asked for it!
Stop right, take him down!
I want to see the garden. Don't know. Oh. Can we look around? On your right.
I'll never get used to watching you do that.
If it weren't so deadly and disturbing to look at, it'd be breathtaking.
I don't think this broken bridge will help us. Didn't we read about another way into the garden, though? The other path is hidden well. I certainly don't see any way across the Acid Sea.
Nandru was the founder of Solace Keep. If anyone knows more about him or the garden, it would be the Council of Solace. I can't make any promises, though. Like I said, they don't welcome outsiders, much less Adirans. Your godlike features will get you through the door, but that's all you'll get. Nandru had the same stuff on his face. Like the two of you were made by the same sculptor. You'd be surprised how far a resemblance to Nandru will take you in Solace. Play your cards right, and it might get you through the door. Worth a shot, anyway.
To Solace Keep. Let's try to get there before the steel garrote can cause trouble.
Follow the road northeast and look for a giant ancient walled keep. Can't miss it. Right. If we're going, let's go. Nice job, everyone.
This would be a great spot. There's so many of them. What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by Zaribs. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened. The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salo steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zaribs used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, they had to go south. They started turning it into one of their villages. Even ripped up the crops planted by the Wardens. What a waste. There are some Bargrunen living in the wastelands out here, all without the aid of the Wardens. If someone got rid of these Arabs, they might be able to shelter here, maybe even grow some crops. It's up to you if you would like to help out with these Arabs, but I hope you do.
Nice work.
Tragic, but they did try to run. On a farm in the Tusks.
Seems as though the dream... Scourge made itself at home here.
You dealt with the Zarabs. I didn't have any doubts about whether you could, but still, your actions will save some lives, and the buildings will at least provide some shelter. Here, take this.
only legal wear. Greetings, lovely customer, and welcome to... Oh, it's you.
Never expected to see this guy again.
Yes, it's been far too long since you reported me to the Tiranui and got me exiled. Now I live here, in this wasteland. Did you know that the Park Runen are not very friendly to newcomers?
Oh, someone's been reading their travel guides.
Now I've got to make skates and fast, hopefully before nightfall. These beetles are annoying and everywhere. So, are you going to buy anything? Come one, come all. New shop, open for business.
Yonatan.
I beg your pardon?
Huh? You sneezed. Yonatan.
Yanatat. Is it supposed to sound like a sneeze?
How should I know?
Thank you, dear. But I think I just got some perfume ingredients stuck in my nose.
Right.
Many animancers believe that nature is there to be measured, controlled, subverted. Well, I've been contemplating that assumption. Quite a bit, in fact. You made peace with the Delimgan in Galawain's tusks. Could that be a sign of things to come? Possibly, if they were to find common ground. I've spent my life trying to dominate nature, to overcome the limitations of our existence for the good of everyone, just like my mother. But what if animancers coexisted with the natural world, supporting instead of exploiting? With a little encouragement, it could be possible. There's plenty of work ahead of us, but I'd say we're off to a good start. Now, let's try and stay on nature's good side. We have a reputation to uphold. Until next time.
Envoy? I'm not ready to go to Solace. Maybe there's another way. Maybe we can fashion some kind of flying boat? Fuitu Mayo, Envoy, I don't know. There's just so much. Right. Maybe it would. Thanks, Envoy. I feel this fear inside, this heart pounding, can't breathe. It's like I'm dying every time. I've been bit by core vipers, fallen into old spike pits, drank cure water from a Zarep shaman. And it never felt like this. It's as if the thought of being here, of returning home, is the deadliest thing I can imagine. And it's getting worse. Right. You understand. But this isn't even about survival. This is something else. It's more than just going home, I think. It's everything. The politics, the people, the way I left. I betrayed the traditions I was raised on, and I don't know why. I've seen that island off the coast all my life, and I grew up hearing tales about the garden. But it always felt like a legend, like those old tales about the gods. No one has been there in centuries, as far as I know. Do you blame me? The magical place Solace has been sworn to protect since it was founded, and no one can go there? Sounds to me like a good way to get a nosy kid to stop asking questions. There is something that's bothering me. Specifically, if you can spare a moment. Since we entered the Tusks, I've been getting these flashes of memory. Like there are answers in my head I can't get to. They seem to be about a village, somewhere north of Solace. Fear and sorrow, but but also answers. Thanks, Envoy. It might be nothing, but it'll be nice having backup whenever I go to find it. Anyway, pleasant dreams.
You've been to Thirdborn before, right?
1,000 times. Why?
Have you ever eaten at the Dead Swordfish?
Once.
Oh, it's terrible, right? Temerity keeps raving about it, but I think there's just nothing else in town.
You're talking about the ragfish stew, right?
goes there? Wait. Marius. If the dead don't walk. I lost that bet then. So you did find a way out.
Amalia, always a pleasure. Yeah, I found a way out, but here I am, right back here again.
You don't know how much that twists the knife. Here you are, back after your escape, while we're literally dying to get out. And you've brought in a dear and a friend. Who are you? Radut. First he refuses to let us leave the tusks, and now he sends you. I won't talk. Not with you. I don't trust your lot, Adirin. Don't think I'm not wise to you and yours. Go fuck yourself, that's what I'm talking about. I'll tell you the same thing I told Radut. These banners mark the dead dirt we claim as our own. And as long as these banners fly, as long as we hold our own, I have nothing to say to you. Good. Now get out of here before it gets ugly.
This looks like a good way to get ourselves killed. Any chance we can sneak in through the back?
Keep quiet.
I'm not going up that scaffolding. Looks like there's an easier way to get up there.
Of all the stupid things our people ever did, forge a maze strike us all.
is in that cave. Be alert.
What do you want? Parley? Wait a second. You're the one who's stolen my banners, aren't you? The dream is over then. If we can't hold our banners, we've no hope of surviving the tasks. At least not like this. Still, if you got those, and we still have Kith to tell the tale, then maybe you're not all bad. Maybe you can help. Let's talk inside. All right, I'll begin by thanking you. My wardens still live and breathe. I don't take that for granted. Credit's all yours. Now, let's get to business. I'll be blunt. I don't know how my wardens and I can reconcile with Redoute or with the Keep. We spilled blood when we tried to leave Envoy, and we've spilled more hoping to hurt them enough to change their minds. Never mind our reasons for marching on the gate. That's not something that's forgiven. Murder is a pretty thorny fucking thicket, Envoy. I don't see how this resolves well. They'll never let us leave. Even if they forgive us, the evils that drove my wardens to the gates won't go away. I don't see how we're not fucked. There's no food. The land itself is hostile, making life in the tower unbearable. Maybe it'd be easier if we had trade, but the Council refuses that. And even if they allowed it, our existence in the Keep is against our nature as Pargrunen. We're meant to roam. Nandru's oath forbids that, though. We're only born to die here as we watch over the garden. No one escapes. Not anymore, anyway. There were expeditions out, in the past. My father led one before I was born. Died on a hill I'll never see. What is there to discuss? Nandru set the course of our lives hundreds of years ago. To watch over the garden forever. Never mind that our nature screams for us to roam. We're supposed to stay put and waste away for the sake of a garden we'll never know. The fate of these lands, huh? Maybe there's more to it than we knew. You've walked the wastes. You know what we have to deal with between the beetles and Zarips. True. With the way that supplies are dwindling, it won't be long before they have to start making some big changes. We can take advantage of that. There is no food. We're fucking starving to death. The tusks don't give us much to eat now except for beetle, and I'm not convinced anyone can survive on that alone. That's a point. They might not have a choice soon enough. There could be a chance for us then. All right, I'll take all of this to my wardens. I think it'll be enough to give them some hope. But do you really think Radut and the Keep will leave us alone? I know, but it's still hard for me to believe. We've not got any other choice, though, so... If that's the case, then I'll talk with my wardens. I'll make sure they accept the peace.
Not ideal, but better than prison.
We won't bother the tower or the keep, so long as they leave us alone. We'll find a way to survive. Before you go, take this. It'll open up the chest just to your right. I want you to have what's in there. I'll let you carry the news back to Radut. Thanks again, Envoy.
Hey.
However long you need to stay, Gillian, stay.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Welcome back to the tower, Envoy. I'm all ears, Envoy. I will honor the agreement. As long as they remain peaceful, we'll try to get along. Thank you, Envoy. You don't know what a relief this is. Even if it is all so strange, the thought of people leaving the keep. I have to wonder what is going to happen next. The world seems to be changing.
Oh, you stopped by. It's so good to see you again. Thank you. Gods, I'm glad to be out of that cave and, well, back to something normal. And Lorraine over there has really made me feel welcome. More than welcome, even. She really helps me feel at ease. It's nice being with her. Thanks. We'll see how it goes, I guess. Anyway, I should let you get back to it. I'll be here should you ever need me for any reason. Oh, and one thing before I forget. The wardens let me open shop. I don't have as much for sale as I like, but if you want to see what I've got, just ask. It's good.
Hey. I might have something for you, envoy.
How to know when to be quiet.
Envoy? Been thinking about Amalia a bit. You convinced her to stay in the Tusks. Not what I would have done, but at least it's resolved. Solace's traditions exist for a reason. It's just not always a good reason. I don't know. What? No. Gods. You've been talking to Yatsley again, haven't you? I swear, everyone's so worried about people finding romance. Maybe it's not everyone's top priority, you know? I don't know. Survival, loyalty, professionalism, friendship, learning things, should I go on? I get that it's fun to talk about and all that. It's just really not on my list of priorities. Envoy, what do you need? Thanks for talking.
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
Welcome to Serena's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
You let me out of here right now!
Will you cut down over there?
I'm innocent!
No. You gave the good butt. That's something else.
I demand that this bars of a justice system answer for itself.
How cozy. Blood really brings everything together.
No rattling the bars.
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs. Easy to pass judgment when your stomach is full. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners.
How dare you? I'll have you know I'm a seasoned adventurer.
Ha! Can't argue with that. This is the tusks we're talking about. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe.
It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
Oh, that would be news to me.
You are alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends, or so I thought. But then this Jitule left, unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an Adiran godlike, no less? No offense. I can't allow that. You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the Council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Ha! If those bastards were here, we'd know. And if they came for us, we'd kill them. Simple as that.
Oh, then I guess we have nothing to worry about. Solace is saved, and we didn't even have to do anything.
Then you're wasting your time. We don't have any of that plague business in our keep.
Cosmine, you're doing that thing you always do when you're lying.
I didn't lie. There haven't been any dream trolls in Solace Keep.
And once again, I'm here waiting for your butt.
But there are rumors from the living archives. Sleepwalking, mad talking. Kostya told us it was the fumes from the volcano. I never trusted an outsider, much less an Adiran. But I never thought Marius would either.
Come on, Cosmine. Have I ever lied to you when it really counted?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The Council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm going to...
Your face. Every day, the same thing.
All right. Took you long enough. Wait, you're not from the hunting party. Where's the hunting party? They were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Idiots. Better not have gotten themselves killed. We need the supplies. I
I swear if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather.
You look just like Nandru. You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Mihala is going to... I don't even know what Mihala
Duty won't feed us, Mother. But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here. I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother. Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders. Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for, poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
Once again, Outlander, we did not ask for your opinion. Leave us before we call for a warden's assistance. No, I'm tired of this. I am leaving with Amalia's crew, and you can't stop me.
I'd like to see you try. You're not brave enough for that. An outlander.
Is that Marius? He's...
Welcome back to... Wodika's nails! An outsider! Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to... Excuse me. Welcome to Solace Keep. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep? Yes, of course. Straight towards the back, you'll find stairs to the forge. On the right are the mess hall and the quartermaster. Up the stairs to the left is where we cultivate a small amount of plant life, and to the right is the Shrine of Vodika. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know. It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
Sanctuary of Nandru. Hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal. Well, I don't... thought you were it. Let me start over. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could rustle up for you.
Nah, I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakul. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
Feel like making yourself... We've taken to calling it the Spore King. Not sure when it started. Be careful with those ogres. Bastards are powerful. Put that poor husk out of its misery. Be careful with this one. Welcome to the Tusks, outsider. Be courteous while in Solace's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye? Well done, outsider. Vengeance for the fallen. Thank you. This means more to me than you know. Excellent work. Well done. We'll always have bugs to deal with, but at least they won't be hatching in such large numbers anymore. I'll be short. Anything to... Excellent work. Funny. Hopefully that... Bring Magran's wrath upon the enemy.
Oh, great. Outsider? You need something?
Mikala understands the importance of tradition.
What is this crowd? An outsider here.
So you're the outsiders my guards let into the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you have a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. I don't care who you are. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. Not one I wanted. This post has been exhausting. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
The captain is missing. The one in charge?
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world, lest it leave us behind.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crumbs from Eora? Or to all the goods that
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Marius? You're back? God's alive. I never thought I'd see you again.
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working extra shifts without Petru here. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru, he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zaribs, killed in a lava flow. I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him. Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this sounds much more ominous.
That's it. I'm cutting you off, Mina. You're talking nonsense.
Saka, and you know it. You're too scared of Mihala to even think otherwise.
Do you think Abidon and Magran have a kiss?
Ah, the outsiders. Welcome. I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about. I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. You're back! What can I... Did he now? And what exactly is... Abidon's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal archivist. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. May Abidon guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Magrin's attention.
Huh. At least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abidon's hammer struck the falling moon. You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more star metal, I may be able to upgrade the Moonstrike Arquebus a bit more. Thank you, Envoy. We have mines throughout the tasks. Most of our material.
It's a fine job.
Mock all you like. You're back! What can I do? You're back! What can...
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Of course they have an elevator.
Outsiders.
How delightful.
Very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please.
talk about this later. We have a guest. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the Wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the Steel Garrote were here, we would know.
And if they are here, let them come. Solace has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. No. The soul of Nandru protects this place, protects his wardens. No curse may touch us here.
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale. Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you. Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. No, indeed. I feel I owe you an apology. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Yes. She's more concerned about her pride than the fact our people are weakening from deprivation. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Steel Garrote are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Go then. Seek the Steel Garrote. Seek the garden. I want you to get what you want, envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. Of course. But need she be stopped by you? Now? In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the mount. Do as you will. I believe that will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the monastery hasn't been in touch in days. and I can't...
Oh, please. Right, I get it.
I do, Marius. Because I trust you. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here.
You have a funny way.
I wouldn't ask if it was... Good luck on your search for the Garden Envoy.
Any news, Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey.